Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. I have reviewed so many front instrument cluster display in the past few years, and a lot of them have really cool functions, but some of them might not be quite affordable. And finally, I found something really affordable, and it has pretty much everything you need on the displays. This one right here, this is really compact display, and it has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the information of the car, and then front forward camera. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation, and then we'll test it out and see how it works and how it looks in my Tesla Model Y. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of the most affordable all-in-one front instrument cluster display for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. So here what came in the box. So this is the display itself. Really good size display, but it came separated with the base, which is the steering wheel column. So before we install the car, we have to attach the display to the base first. So this is the base or the steering wheel column cover, so we have to change from the OEM to this one. And the wire harness that you'll be connecting to the right side passenger panel, and the hardware to install the display to the base, and the wiring for the front forward camera. This is front forward camera you'll be installing on the front bumper, and the hardware for your front forward camera. Alright, now we saw everything that came in the box. Let me show you where you can get this new most affordable display. You can get this new 6.3 inch display for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y and Model 3 Highland from TeslaC or TeslaC.com. As you can see here, there are many options for the display. Please make sure to select the right one for your car. Mine is 2023 Model Y, so it's Model Y AMD processor, and you can select without the front camera or with the front camera. And if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra discount. TeslaC having really special Christmas discount. So without the front forward camera, it's only $116 after the discount, but with the camera, it's about $30 more, as you can see here. Alright, now let's go and install it in the Tesla Model Y. Alright, before we install the display in the car, let's attach the display to the base first. So this is the wire harness for the display. So you have to insert all this into the slot right here. Alright, after you insert everything, pull all the way down. You pull everything all the way in before you can attach the display in, just like so. Now you can put the two screws to attach the display. Now when you're done attaching the display, let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. Before we start the installation, you will need some of these plastic trim removal tools. I got the whole set from Amazon.com. I'll drop the link in the description down below. Now let's get started. First, you will need to remove any carpet or floor mat you have, and then move the front passenger chair all the way out so you have more room to work. Next, use one of the trim removal tools to help remove this panel right here. No screw all the clips. The next one is this panel. You can use your hand to remove it. After that, we have to remove this one, but before that, you have to remove part of the rubber seal first. The rubber seal's out, just remove a plastic locking clips right here. So just use one of the two to remove the clip out. As you can see, it's really easy to remove. Now you should be able to pull this whole door seal panel out. So just clips. Here you go. So the whole panel should come out. Next, there's one more plastic locking clip. Use the same tool and then remove the clip out. Now we have the full access to this passenger side panel right here. Next step here, we have to remove the dashboard, but before we do that, we have to remove the side panel on the driver's side first. So use the trim removal tool to remove the side panel. Now we can start to remove the dashboard. But if you have a newer car, let me show you where to unscrew it first. There's 2 screws, one on each side, and then remove the dashboard. You would have to unscrew this 1 screw on each side right here. It should be T20 to unscrew it. Then after you unscrew, then you will be able to lift and remove the dashboard. Make sure you unscrew it first, otherwise if you try to remove without unscrewing it, you might break this wooden part. And then use the same tools, push it in on the dashboard and then just twist and twist. I have done so many times, so it's a little easier to remove. Make sure to do it little by little. It might be harder if this is your first time. Same thing on this side. There you go. Now you should be able to remove the whole dashboard out, as you can see. Next, let's remove the steering wheel column cover. So you have to remove 2 plastic clips here. This will hold this part of the steering wheel column cover in place. So just use the same tool right here and then just pull out. Same thing on this side. Before removing the steering wheel column panel, make sure you adjust the steering wheel to the lowest position and all the way out. So now we have the steering wheel all the way out. Just pull this part. You can see it's kind of loose a little bit, and then use the smaller trim removal tools. Go in, as you can see, it really comes out, and then in and out. So there's 1 and 1 here, only 2 clips. Same thing on this side, and then just in and then twist, and then the whole steering wheel column will come out. Next we have to take this one and then place on the one with the display. To remove it, you just have to pinch these 4 and then unclip on the side right here. It's 2 clips on the side. Now just replace it on the display. Same thing, same way you uninstall it, just push in the clips, clip the side on, back on, and also this one. Alright, now this part is done. All the panels are removed. We have access to a power connector right here and OBD ports. The blue one on the inside panel, this panel right here. So just open up the panel, you see the open port. So you have to unplug anything. You just have to plug this one in from the package. Make sure to insert the male part into the open port female. Now let's connect the power first, but before we do that, for safety purpose, make sure you turn off the car first. So just go to safety and then all the way down, power off. Alright, now we are safe to plug the power. Now let's connect the power for the display. So first unplug the original connector from the car first, because we'll get the pass-through from here, and then plug in the one from the wire harness from the display. Now we plug in the one from the car back into the display, so you get the pass-through power from the car to the display. Next, just plug in the male connector from the display into the OBD port right here. So you see the OBD port there, and then just plug in the one from the display. There you go. Now we are done with this part. Over here, now we just have to run the cable all the way up, all the way across from here to here. Make sure you use some kind of masking tape, and then tape it up so you don't block any clips when you install the dashboard back on. Make sure it's all the way to the steering wheel column. One more thing, make sure you run the cable or wiring for the display and the front forward camera all together alongside underneath the dashboard. And here how you can install the front forward camera in the Tesla Model Y and Model 3. So the first step to get the camera wires fished through the front area of the car is to remove this panel first. Now you can remove the front top with 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one more plastic clip that you have to remove. This one right here. So remove this, then you'll be able to remove the whole top out. After that, you should be able to fish the line down here and then come down to this radiation vent area right here, and you can mount the camera down here facing front. Also, to get the fishing line up, and then can go through under here, and I think this is only the way that you can get into cabin space. In the front passenger space is that air vent pipe right there, so just try to fish through that into the space inside and then connect. Now let's attach the front camera. Just find the middle of the front bumper vent on the bottom right here, so you'll be attaching on the top part right here. And make sure you clean the surface first. Attach it on the plastic part right here. Make sure it's in the middle, and then just press and hold it for a few seconds and you should be done. Now we just have to run this wire, go underneath on the inside and connect to the rest of the camera. Now we can connect the display to the wiring that we ran from the OBD port and the front forward camera, as you can see here. And this one, just have to make sure you had enough cable to connect to the display. Now we have to connect it back, install it back on the steering wheel column. So the same way as we removed it. Make sure you have the cable coming out from the side right here. You just have to insert it back in. Now install the cover back on to the steering wheel column. All in place and pop it in. Just like so. There you go. Right, now we just adjust. Before we adjust the bag, make sure to manage the cable nicely and then install the dashboard back in place. Now you can put the dashboard back on and all the panels back in place. Right, now we're done with the installation. It's a really quick installation if you don't count the front forward camera. Otherwise, should be really straightforward. Just follow the directions and instructions from the video. So this is the side profile of the display. Let me show you real quick. So as you can see, the display is really low and it's small enough that you can still get an airflow from the front of the driver. And this one is just another display mount, so don't mind this one. And because of the display is quite compact, so you still can get the airflow on the right and the left hand side of the display. It looks really clean and really compact, really small display. So if you're looking for something that is not too big and you know all you need is just information of the car, Apple CarPlay and the front forward camera, this is the one for you. Alright, let's go through a setting real quick. You can use the scroll wheel on the right to scroll up and down to change the main menu in the middle. Select the setting, press to the right, you can select the setting of the display. You can see general, so language, time zone, display mode. Display mode is for Apple CarPlay, so you can change to the left. You can see Apple CarPlay change now, or you can also change to a full screen Apple CarPlay like you see here. But I usually really like Apple CarPlay to still have the car information, so we can change back to, there you go, so it's back to right and CarPlay is on the left. And you can go back to, so you can actually, this one you can over the air update the display, so you don't have to put in the drive to update the display. You can connect to Wi-Fi at home or from your phone to download the over-the-air update via internet. So you have Bluetooth connections to pair with your phone, and other different functions on different options to change on the setting. So it's really simple display, and you can change from CarPlay, Android Auto, High Car, or turn off the display. So we change to just clock, and then just go back to the display. Just press anything on your steering wheel button, and then go back to camera. So you can manually turn on the camera. So you just select. So let's say you're driving and you want to turn on the camera manually. Just select the camera, press to the right, and then the front forward camera will show anytime that you want to see your front view, or when you park, you want to see if it's too close to the sidewalk or to the curb. Alright, so that's it. It's really simple display, as I mentioned, and you can change hold to the left, and then you can change scroll, and you can change different UI. There are 3 different UIs on this display. They're basically the same information. You can see this green one. Again, press and hold to the left, and then scroll up and down to select. Press to the right to select, and this is another one. So this one is similar to Model S and Model X, and I like this one the most. The main UI, the blue one, this one. Alright, so now we saw the installation and see the setting. Now let me show you what it looks like when I drive the car. Alright, let's go test out the display and see what it looks like when I drive the car. So when I shift to drive and then start moving, as you can see, the front forward camera will pop up by itself, and it's about a few seconds and will just change. Or if you drive over, I believe, 10 or 15 miles an hour, then it will shift to the main displays. You have the horsepower on the right, and then speedometer on the left and the middle. So this display does not have the blind spot warning or autopilot warning, but it does have the autopilot status. As you can see, the autopilot status only show the blue steering wheel. It doesn't show anything else. So it's really simple display. Now let's change the UI to different UI. So just hold to the left, and then the display, the screen will pop up, and then shift to select to the right, and then the UI will change. So you have like a graph on the right, and then speedometer, everything else, the info pretty much the same. It just the graphic different. Now just change to the green UI. So the green UI is the darkest one. So pretty much most of the surface area is black and with the green accents. Looks really nice and clean too. I think this is probably the cleanest one. And you have a regen and power around the ring of the speedometer on the left, as you can see. So if I want to just see the front forward camera and then select, click to the right, as you can see, I can look at the front forward camera anytime I want. Not only when I just start the car or the car start moving forward. Now let's try the CarPlay. Same thing. Select to the right, and you have the CarPlay, and you can change to any app you like, or just regular maps. So you can use any map applications that you have in your phone that's compatible with CarPlay. This is what I like a lot about CarPlay on the instrument cluster display, is that because the main Tesla map is not quite accurate sometimes, especially when you do a road trip and go somewhere else that you're not familiar with. It might take you to the wrong route, or sometimes the wrong address. So I like to have my optional navigation system like Apple CarPlay. As I mentioned before, you can also do a full screen Apple CarPlay if this one is too small for you. This display is really compact, as you can see, so you still get a lot of airflow in front of you, and of course to left and right. As you can see in the video, this compact display pretty much offer everything you need, all the information of the car right in front of you, and front forward camera, also Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it lacks a few functions that other higher price display have, like autopilot warning or blind spot warning, both always on, like orange tab that you see on the right or the left or the right hand side of the display, or the red tab, blind spot warning when you turn on the signal. But otherwise, for the price of this display, I think it offers quite a bit, and this is probably the most affordable display out there in the market. Tesla will offer this price only in these few weeks, so check it out, teslac.com, if you are interested in the display and other Tesla accessories. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below and special discount code for you too. And don't forget to click like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome contents like this, and happy holidays to everybody. See you on the next video. Peace.